cervix, right? Rich man, he was looking to settle down, but Miss Vernetta didn't want him. And she's like, oh my god, I'm a hoe. How I'm finna tell Alice that I used to be fucking on her man? We're at this age, right? We up here at the top of the food chain. We're up here. Miss Vernetta been fucking all the way through her fucking life since her husband Clarence died, okay? So she feels so ashamed of herself. She don't even want to be in the room. She don't want to introduce herself. She don't even want her man to even know that that's her best friend, right? Because who the fuck else got a name like Vernetta? Miss Vernetta. Yeah, he was gonna know who the fuck she was right when they announced her name. So she ended up dipping out. The daughter is calling Miss Vernetta like, where are you? Like, oh my gosh, like, you supposed to be here. What's going on? Miss Vernetta is like, yo, I just had an emergency. I thought I was gonna pass out. I'ma be back. Just hold on. I need to go to the restroom. I need to go home and freshen up. I will be back. Obviously, she fucking lying, right? So what ends up happening is Miss Vernetta leaves and she's panicking, and that's when she sees the neighbors again outside of her house. Why this lady start fucking masturbating through the window, watching the little Mexican folk move the boxes into the house because she got new neighbors, right? So she go downstairs and she start talking to the Mexicans that she was just masturbating to, having a fucking master debate. So she's like, ooh, this y'all new house? Where you from? What you doing? Hey, right? She's just giving a little holler, trying to see if she could get a little something, which is crazy because you've only seen them for like the past day and a half and you already trying to sit on them. Okay, I mean, shit, we've had worse out here. I guess so. You know what I'm saying? Real gooner shit. Yeah, she the realest gooner I know. So she's talking to these dudes at the bottom. She's like, yeah, when did you move in? Ooh, what you doing? Ooh, right? And they're like, oh no, we're just the movers. Like, the owners, they'll be back here shortly. They just went to go and do XYZ. And she's like, oh, okay, well, let me get your number just in case. Let me get your number just in case I need ya, right? And gives her the number. Everything's normal. They end up splitting their ways, and Miss Vernetta goes back inside, continues to masturbate because that's what the pram is doing to her. That's what the pills that she's taking that's supposed to be helping her brain tumor and helping her just old age in general. And she's also taking extra pills for the brain tumor. The pram is not for the brain tumor. The pram is for her knee. It's like for a muscle pain, I believe, that she had. And you know, with a lot of muscle relaxers or just like things that are kind of like bypass pain, it do kind of give you like a euphoric kind of feeling. Yeah, we're talking about a fucking 76-year-old at that. Yeah, yes we are. So Miss Vernetta is like, okay, I need to go to the doctor. She goes into the doctor and she gets a brand new doctor, and he's this like young, fit little Asian man, right? And she's like, okay, Miss Vernetta, we need to take some tests on you because we think that you got diagnosed with something that you actually might not have. And she's like, boy, what the hell? The fuck are you talking about? What do you mean I don't have something that I was told that I had from my doctor that I've been with for all these years? What the fuck are you talking about? And, excuse me, the doctor kind of breaks down to her that her last doctor, right, her last physician, last doctor, last primary care facilitator is of old age, and he cannot see, and he is borderline dementia, and obviously that's not a very good situation to be in, especially when you're at the doctors and they're telling you that you have fucking cancer. Kind of crazy, right? So she's like, oh my god, I don't believe you. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't know what y'all are talking about. How dare you tell me that my doctor is wrong? My doctor is not wrong. He told me what's wrong with me. Right? So then the doctor is like, you know what? Like, if you need to, just let me know how you're feeling on these current medications that you're taking. And she's like, I'm Miss Vernetta. I feel fine. I'm freaky and feeling good. Big F and F, baby. Like that. I was gonna say like that Future song, but that's F and N. But you know what I'm saying? She was just not for the bullshit at the moment. And what ended up happening is she leaves, goes home, and then boom, she's out at the club. She's like, oh my God, I gotta stop doing this shit, but I need to go out tonight and give me a little, right? She need to go outside and get a little something, and she ended up going to the club to go relieve some stress. She tries not to drink alcohol, so what happens is this couple spots her out in the crowd, and they slide a little pill in her mouth. Guess what the pill is? It's ecstasy. They done popped the bean in her old ass. And I'm like, you know what? It's better than trying to stick it up her butthole, because they were sure getting to that point, which they actually did. So fast forward. Fast fucking forward, okay? Yeah, it gets crazier. Y'all think this story was just getting started? This shit is insane. That's why I'm like, I don't know how I remember this, but this shit is so crazy. Oh God, she definitely sure did pop the molly and sweating. So she's on the dance floor having the time of her life, and it's going with her pram and the other medications that she's on. The ecstasy is just making her feel good. She's dancing, kissing up on this couple, right? And the couple is probably in their 30s, right? In the early to mid 30s. And they're like, ooh, Miss Vernetta, come home with us. And Miss Vernetta like, I'm not gay. But she's like, fuck it. We just gonna try it out. We gonna see what it's hitting for, right? We gonna see what it's hitting for. So she ends up actually seeing what it's hitting for, and she actually liked it. They had a little kumbaya all together in the bed, right? And she was like, I'm old. What am I doing with these young ass folks? Like, they're kind of weird. They want me to stay here for dinner and shit. Like, I need to leave. We need to get the fuck out of here. I don't like this situation. And she gives a good farewell and a goodbye. She gets the fuck up out of there. So after that, she's like, man, like, I'm kind of spiraling. Like, I'm just fucking people. I just had my first threesome. What are we doing here? Like, I don't know, right? And she ends up getting a call from the doctor, and she's like, man, I'm not finna answer his fucking phone call. Fuck that doctor. He need to bring me back my doctor. So she ends up answering the phone. Someone cusses him out, and she's like, I don't care what the fuck you have to say. Get the fuck off my phone. And the doctor is like, Miss Vernetta, I know that you're feeling a little hostile, but I'm here to let you know that there have been changes and we see some new things on your test that aren't bad whatsoever. And what happens next is going to blow your mind. The doctor's like, yeah, can you come in so we can let you know what's going on and show you how your tests have been ran? She's like, no, because she would rather be at home masturbating through the window, okay? Mind you, she hasn't talked to the Mexican movers since they came. So we're on like day 3, day 4 of her doing that shit out the window. And also haven't heard from her husband. He just fucking dipped and disappeared once he got a little bit of money. Didn't hear from the trainer or nothing either. So it's a lot of things going on in the background that kind of don't matter, kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of falling off while she's dealing with her neighbors and the doctors and her friend Alice being in the hospital. So she do not use no protection. Let me tell you that right now. She do not use no protection. Which is so crazy considering the fact that like she could get pregnant at this old ass age, and it would just be so irresponsible because by the time the children are like 10, 11, 12, she not even gonna be able to walk no more. So I don't know if that's such a good idea or if it's, you know what I'm saying, it's still a miracle. Like, I don't know. Who that is? Hey, Blakey! Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the family. Konbanwa, konnichiwa. Irashaimase. We are about to dive deep into Old Thought Next Door. I'm going to be reading a chapter or two for y'all. Continuing on with the summary, I can't exactly remember if she if she went to the hospital and saw Alice and she was doing okay, and then she went to the doctors, I believe, and you said life falling off, she finna fall off the bone herself. Yo. Oh, that's so kind. So Crooked Mouth, the website should be open right now, but if it's not, that means we're gonna be dropping within the next couple of weeks. So just always make sure that you check the Crooked Mouth website, and it's literally just www.crookedmouth.com. So with Miss Bernetta, she ends up going to the doctor, and the new doctor is like, yeah, you don't have cancer. Did you know that? There's nothing wrong with you. Like, we're not sure why you're passing out or why you're feeling like this or why these things are happening to you, but you don't have a cancerous tumor in your head. It's actually benign. So if you know what benign is, that's basically a non-cancerous little skin tag tumor situation. Not skin tag because it would be on your skin, but the tumor itself, it could be benign, and that just means non-toxic, non-harmful, and you could just get it cut out and you're fine. And she's like, how the fuck do you just diagnose somebody with cancer if you didn't know? Well, the doctor was trying to let her know that her past doctor had dementia, and he was mixing up a lot of the patient's paperwork. Ain't that bad a bitch? Mixing up them po people papers, right? And submitted those to other doctors and putting it on the records, and all of these things are happening, and these people are getting prescribed these medications. So the doctor is like, yeah, like, you're totally fine, but we're just trying to figure out why you're having all these little incidents and stuff. Like, what medications are you taking? How do you feel? How's your knee? How's your joint pain and muscles doing? And she's like, I don't know, but it's doing something. Why? Should I stop, or why? Should I get more? Then he tells her, yeah, the pram that you're taking, you're kind of taking it for no reason. And she ends up getting off the medication. She didn't take it for a day. And she was like the most depressed that she's ever been in her life. Had no motivation to masturbate, had no motivation to go have sex with somebody outside. She had no motivation to do any of these things. And it worried Miss Vernetta because she's in her old age and she trying to move and groove till she pass away. You feel me? She literally found out that the pram was keeping her alive. You said for how long she been told that she had cancer? She was told, it's been about like 4 to 6 months by now. In a span of 4 to 6 months. Yep. And that's a very long time to think that you have cancer, because she could have actually like gotten cancer from that headspace that she was in and just like fucking up her own body, and you know what I'm saying, that whole situation could have just been really, really, really bad, you know? But luckily they caught it before anything got any worse, and they realized that the medication that she was taking was making her a horny old thought. And also, it's about to get worse. Yup, bro, it's about to get worse. So, not only does she find that out, she's like, I'm not finna tell the doctor that I get horny off these pills, but I need these pills, so we're gonna keep taking the pram, and we're gonna keep living this fucking life like we supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. She ends up going back to the house, and she goes outside, and she finally meets the neighbors. The neighbors is this ghetto hood rat woman, and she's about the same age as Miss Bernetta, and she's married to a young, hunky, hot husband, and he is like this tall, dark-skinned man, or like a tall, light-skinned man with like dreads, right? All super crazy because this is her first time seeing them. And she's like, damn, how did this old ass fucking bitch get this fine ass hunk of a man? I want some of him. Do they take extra servings in the